welcome InReality family. I'm so excited to be here again. It's another episode. I'm glad to be in your midst. As you may quickly notice, our host is not here today. He's taking sabbatical leave. But yeah, he's not here on this episode, and of course, I am your co-host, Oyema Glorious, and it's always amazing. It's always amazing to be here. Today we have a special guest in our midst, and I'm sure that it's going to be a beautiful session as you listen to her. So, InReality family, can you make welcome
Stephanie Nwankwo? Okay.
All right, Stephanie. So tell us a little about yourself. What do you do?
All right. I'm a writer, project manager, social media strategist. So I'm a science and tech enthusiast. Currently, I'm learning backend Python specifically.
Go on.
And I'm also trying to get better and really scale up in my project management career. I'm about to study mechatronics in university, and I'm still contemplating between mechatronics and mechanical engineering. But just know I love science and tech. Thank you.
Wow, that is a lot. You're making me look unserious with my life. But anyways, I have a very interesting question for you. So, Stephanie, if you were to have a superpower,
Yes.
what would it be and why?
Teleportation.
Why?
It's not even a question.
Why?
I've actually been praying for that. No,
You want to teleport?
Yes, I do.
Why?
I once wrote a story on it. Why can't we teleport? Seriously, I did.
Okay.
Because the trekking is too much.
Transport fare is very expensive.
It's too much.
So
Can you imagine? Imagine the sun is shining hot, and then one keke man tells you like 500 naira for something you can cover with your legs. Anyway, it's just teleportation.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, personally, mine will be flying. I want to see the world from above. You understand? And rain. Because the way this rain before nowadays,
Teleportation flying will be very inconvenient.
No, it won't be fresh breeze. You probably see some mystical animals that normal human beings will not get to see. Alright, so let's get straight into it. So you are our third guest, I believe, on this podcast. No, fourth. Okay, third guest, yeah. And they've all had amazing stories. They've all had amazing things to share to us. So, Stephanie, can you just give us a brief rundown of your background, where you come from, just life growing up, basically?
Okay. To begin with, I am Igbo.
Okay.
Right. And being an Igbo girl, being an Igbo second born, to all the Igbos out there, you know how it's like. First of all, if you're not the first daughter, if you're not a son in an Igbo family, you're kind of not very regarded.
Wow.
Yeah, they have some very weird rules. So, but I guess in my family, I don't know. I feel like I was the favorite child.
Well, I never have the favorite child. Don't you so agree that they're the favorite child?
No, I know I was.
Oh, you knew you were the favorite child.
I
Wow.
know to my dad.
Okay.
I know I was, and it's kind of very complicated and weird because your dad can still like you and still do some things that makes you sad.
Yeah.
Right. So, but then I knew I was the favorite child, so there's some advantages that I didn't see as advantages, but they were there.
They were there.
Mm-hmm.
So, where did you grow up? Where did you live?
I grew up in Port Harcourt City.
Okay.
I think I was born here. Yes, I was born here. I grew up here until like 10 when I left the country.
Oh, you left the country. So, as you might have noticed, she has a little bit of an accent, and I've always, anytime I listen to her, I'm like, wow.
He speaks nicely too.
You're not as good as you. So, where did you go to, and how did that come to be? What happened that you left the country, and just tell us your experience.
Okay. So I left the country with my whole family. I don't want to be like I left the country like I'm the one who.
Don't worry, you understand.
Okay. I went out of the country with my family because of my dad's job out there.
Okay.
So yes, it was a great experience.
So what country did you go to?
It was Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia. That's in Asia. You were just leaving.
I can't even.
So how long were you in Saudi
I
Arabia?
think like 3-4 years.
3-4 years, and you developed this accent in
That's
3-4
yes.
years. God help you.
God.
Those of you that are praying to travel outside, meet this woman. Let her pray for you. She has the grace. So, So you grew up in Nigeria. So you said till like 10,
Yes.
right? Before you travel, so you at least you understood life a little bit, right? So what are the disparities? What's the difference between living there and living here?
Okay, a lot of differences. First of all, when I was still there,
Mm-hmm.
ladies were not allowed to drive. But I think the current.
Wait. What do you mean by not allowed? Like they don't just like it,
No,
or
they were not allowed to. It was like a law or something.
are you for real?
Yeah, but I think like the current ruler there has permitted ladies to drive.
Wow, that's okay. So other things.
The ladies always wear this hijab, where they put on this covering. Their whole bodies are covered, and all that. So I know anytime we stepped out to go to a mall or something, my mom always puts it on. Why I wasn't exactly like, should I say, mandated to wear it, because I wasn't up to like 18 and an adult yet. But that, and I know that everywhere was so orderly. We lived in an estate because the company provided like a car and housing and free schooling for us, right? And it was a great experience. I just know that if I didn't go there when I did, a lot of things that I am right now, I wouldn't be. I feel like going there was part of God's plan, and even when we left, it was part of God's plan. Because I generated my love for reading there. I don't know, before we traveled there, in the family, I wasn't necessarily known as a smart kid, right? It was my big sister was the smart one. She was the genius in school, and me, I was just, I don't even know what that is. I don't know. But then when I went there, I don't know. My sister it's like we switched roles. My sister loved basketball. And she was, basketball, then volleyball, I think. I mean, she now switched to volleyball. And then I don't know, I think you're a genius there or something.
So you did very well in school?
I was doing well in school. And when I came back to Nigeria, it was so great. And do you know the beautiful thing? Why I know that Nigerians are so, so smart?
Yeah.
Is because a Nigeria outside the country will do better than every American.
Are you for real?
You know, our brains are actually sharper.
Like honestly, I struggle to believe. Like literally, this morning waking up, I was listening to a a speech, right, for Santayana, and he was invited to come to Nigeria to speak, and he was talking about Nigerians, how brilliant we are, I honestly don't see, and everybody says that when we go out there, we are always doing very well.
Believe me, when you go out, you are going to probably, I have this friend or someone I knew before I traveled out of the country. His name is when I was back here. So, do you know that right now he has interned at Apple, at NASA? Apple. Yes.
Wow. How old is he?
He's my age. He's like 18 or 19. Yeah, I think we're about the same age, like 18 or 19. He is studying CS, computer science at Morgan State University.
Wow.
I think he's graduating next year or something. But it's amazing. And then I'm just like, those people who were there before him, why are they not at Apple interning? Yeah, so I think we really have the brains here.
So can you pinpoint what do you think about what is it about the country that makes you more intelligent, more hardworking, all those things?
This country makes someone think outside the box.
Okay.
Yeah, it's only in this country you see people eating bread and noodles.
Bread and noodles. I must confess, I am a I must confess.
Okay.
But it's nice actually. Mostly bread and spaghetti. It's nice.
What?
I call it my own tacos.
See, you've invented something already. This is what I'm talking about. You've just invented something. Then before you know, it's going to be an actual meal out there.
The host of this program is an amazing chef. So, like she said, I'm giving you a recipe. Put it out there. I'm sure it's going to do well. So just continue. So what are other differences from between there and here?
The recreation centers. In the estate we're in, there's this amazing recreation center with like a pool and like a cinema and all that. Yes, and the community is very nice. The place is perfectly safe. And then,
perfectly safe?
Yeah, it's very safe. It's very, very safe.
Okay.
Yes, everything was regulated and orderly. And I can remember one of my best memories of school is we have these buses that come to pick us up from the estate and take us to school.
Okay.
And it's like the buses were like provided by the school, so it wasn't just like the keke buses.
The school bus.
Yes. So I just remember me running late, causing a scene, missing the bus.
Are you for real?
Yes, it was amazing.
It was amazing to run late.
No, now I'm thinking about it. It's just kind of nostalgic and it's amazing, but then it was horrible. There was this time that we had this event in school, and we're to dress up like book characters. So there's this comic book, this graphic novel I read back then. It's called Roller Girl. So it's like this girl that had the skates. You know those rollerblades?
Yeah.
So I borrowed my friend's rollerblades and I put it on and I used it to the bus, and I have never done that before.
How were you able to control
it was, oh my gosh. Imagine me running late for school and then deciding to wear that thing. So it was...
Wow, so you definitely enjoyed yourself over there.
Yeah, I did.
Alright, so like what happened that you came back, or was that the original plan, just a few years then come back?
Nah, something happened that just brought my family back.
Alright. So can you tell us a little bit about your family? How was it growing up? How many siblings do you have? How was it?
I have 4 siblings, so we're 5.
Okay.
And I think the reason we're that much is because of the Igbo mentality of sons.
Oh, so that was...
Yes. So
you wanted a son?
I wanted a son, so, I believe.
So do you have, is there a son now?
We have just 1 brother and like 4 girls.
Okay. Is it the last born?
Is it the middle child?
Hey, so he has gotten his son now. Why was he still trying? We wanted more sons. Okay. Yes. So how was life growing up in your family and all that?
Well, it was interesting, right? I remember like the best time I can say I had in my family was when we were in Saudi. Yeah, it was kind of really nice and all fun back then. And I'm trying to remember other than that if there was any
other period.
So it was interesting, I guess. That's there were times I wish some things that happened didn't happen. Like, you know how one tiny thing can just change everything. Yeah, and then there's some things that just led to foreign events, and I just wish that wasn't
the beginning point never happened.
That's true. So yeah, but
okay. So looking at your family, how would you describe your family today?
Right now, I would say that God is doing something. I would say we're a work in progress, right? Okay. I won't conclude anything on my family because I'm not God, but I would say that we are a work in progress.
Okay. Right. So, how do I say this? Explain to us your family condition now. Is everybody together? Stuff like that.
So, right now, no, right? And there's still a struggle going on, which I thought ended. Okay. So we're not together, and what I mean by that is, we're just with our mom.
All right, the children.
The children, yes. Okay.
So your dad is not with you guys?
No.
So is he a divorce, or they are just separated?
It's not even a divorce, that's the thing. I know there was a case that opened up when they're trying to settle the divorce thing, but I heard my dad didn't want to come to court or something. Okay. So they're not divorced, but they're just separated, and it's kind of affecting the children. Because it would have been better if they settled some things legally. So then maybe some percentage of, should I say, allowance, some things would have been flowing, at least for the sake of the kids, you know. But nothing is really finalized, and it's really hurting us.
So your dad is not in the picture right now?
He is sort of in the picture. I don't know. He texted me last night. He texted me last night.
Wow.
Yes. He texted me earlier after I called. I have this uncle. I love him, but he can be annoying.
Your dad's brother?
He's very close to my dad. He's like
Okay.
he's been acting as the middleman
Oh.
in this whole thing, and he has known my dad for the longest time.
Oh, so he's not related to your dad. He's just
No,
like friend.
he's related to my dad somehow. He's like a nephew
Okay.
to my dad. Right? Yes, he is.
A nephew to your dad. Okay.
Mm-hmm. His mom is in Texas. His mom is my dad's sister. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So he called me, or no, it's on Facebook. I think he chatted me, or I chatted him on Facebook, right? And then he now asked for my number. I gave him my number. And the thing is, I know I'm not allowed to, right? There's some unforesaid rules in my home, and I know I'm not allowed to.
Unforesaid.
Yes, is that a word?
Okay.
So, but God, I feel like I'm the softest in my home, cause I texted my dad last night and I said, "How are you? Hope you're doing okay." I haven't told my mom, cause if I do, Jesus, betrayal. God, I don't know. He sent me. There's this thing my dad does, and I don't really like it. He sends us these reels on Facebook, and it's like talking on how mother. They're like the one I watched, the last one he sent. It was just like how parents should not use their children to fight each other.
Okay.
And
it's kind of like throwing it against your mom.
Yes, and okay, so yeah, and then he sent a reel last night. And do you know why I even replied to that? I was praying last night, and then we were praying. It was last night's topic was something about family, something.
Yeah.
And then I'm just like, when I checked my phone, I now saw the message. So I feel like the prayer point was like something about salvation of the whole family members.
Okay. All right. So so it's clear that your parents had some disagreements. Do you remember when this started, or how long has it been in your life? How long?
Like as long as I can remember.
As long as you can remember. Yeah. So, and definitely it has affected you in certain ways, right?
Yes, it has.
All right. So aside the emotional side of it, right, the pain and all of that, what do you think all this led to in your life personally? Like, is there anything you can say, oh, I think I can see this as the root cause, and then this is where my life was about to go to, even if it didn't happen, but you could see that, oh, I was going to that direction. So is there anything that you think it affected?
Well, I know it has made me more independent. Sometimes I look at myself as I'm not a kid anymore, and sometimes when I actually remember my age, I'm just like, am I actually this old? Because it all works out for good. I just know it's helped me. It's built me up.
Okay.
It's made me rely less on them, on myself also. It's made me more reliant on God. Yeah.
So you say it's God definitely is what helped you through this whole situation.
Yes, but I didn't really know God that much because we didn't really go to church much.
Okay. Even as children in Nigeria before you traveled?
We were Catholics.
Oh, you were Catholics?
I was a Catholic before Gateway, before the church I go to now. Right. But the thing is, back then, when I was younger, my mom was a fan of going to churches, right?
Okay.
So that was like when I was like, I think, like 5, 6, 7, 8, just when I was very young. So I feel like maybe part of the background things that formed me up was maybe those experiences. Although I don't remember anything that was said.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's
some of those things are like seeds. It may not necessarily be, oh, they said this, you did this and it changed, but just something in you, right? Just bearing witness in your spirit. All right. So you said you guys were Catholic. So how was religion in your house? What's the dynamic around that?
It's almost like we're atheists at some point.
Wow.
Okay, so I was even talking about this yesterday, and you know how people believe in Jesus, or people go to church, or people talk about Jesus.
Yeah.
But then they're just doing it because of the whole popularity in it, and they don't have a personal relationship with him.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people, what I believe were practicing was just religion. And
That's you and your family.
yes, and it's not, I don't know how to really name this. Okay, it's like we knew God existed, we knew Jesus, right? But you know how somebody would live when they have actually accepted Jesus,
Yeah.
compared to when somebody just calls themselves Christian.
Yeah.
Without, so I believe the difference between me now and then is now I'm more conscious of him. I've accepted him. I know him.
Okay.
Yeah, but then I was just like, we're Christians, just carrying the title.
Alright, so you were Christian, so there are things you did not used to do just because you're a Christian, so your parents were just strict.
I don't understand.
Like, as being a Christian, like in Nigeria, there's the general perspective of a life to live, not because you are actually doing it because you don't want to sin against God or because you don't want to make him hot, but majorly just because it's just how it is. So that's pretty much how it was back then. Okay, so when did you, or how did it happen? What happened? When did you begin to take God seriously? How did it happen? Or was someone else in the family the one who brought Jesus in? Or
no, as you said, it was seeds.
Okay.
I believe there was a build up, and I just know 2023 is a year so special to me because I believe that's the year that God stamped his feet down and said, this year this girl is going to be saved. And I do believe that I am going to introduce and reintroduce, and I already am introduce and reintroducing Jesus to my home, right? So early 2023, let me just break it down. So there's this point that there was a draw, there was a compulsion to the things of God. And why I call it compulsion is because I didn't understand it. Imagine staying somebody who doesn't read the word or pray or anything, and then 1 minute you just feel this pull to go and read the Bible. And I didn't understand it because if I don't do it, I'm going to feel like I'm sinning. And I used to sin, but this one feels like I'm sinning. Like, God, what is happening? And then I also felt this compulsion, this pull to go and pray. And I couldn't speak in tongues, and I don't even remember what I used to pray then. And the thing is, whether it's praying or reading the Bible, if I go to do it haphazardly to fulfill all righteousness, I still feel this. You didn't do it well. You must do it well before you leave.
Wow, and all this, were you going to a church?
I wasn't. I just know there was this time that, I don't know, we summed up courage. My mom wasn't around that time. Yeah, we summed up, or I don't know if it's me. I don't know if, because my big sister was in school at that time. I summed up courage to tell my dad, can we go to church? That was Catholic. So can we go to church? And it's not like, when you're only used to one thing, you don't really know what you're missing out on. So at least let me go to church. So can we go to church? And when we went there, I slept throughout the whole thing. But just for Sundays or for church, let's go to church. So something started. That's what I can say. And yes, talking about the compulsion, there's also this time where I felt this pull to say thank you, Jesus, like every 1 hour, every second or something. It was crazy. Like, it was crazy. I didn't know him. I didn't know Jesus. I know I'm a Christian, but why am I saying thank you, Jesus? So I think God started something at that time, and it grew. It really did. Because before I knew what was happening, every Sunday, the days that we don't go to church, like downstairs in the dining, I would call my siblings. Back then, I was like their mom. Yeah, so I was like the mom in the house with with Jessica. No, I won't mention their names. With my 2 siblings. Yes. So I just call them to the dining. I'm just like, okay, it's Sunday. We're going to read the Bible. And me, God, it's so funny because I don't know what I'm reading. I'm just like, I'm going to, and I used to listen to secular songs before.
Okay.
Right? So I'm just like, okay, but I still felt this pull on Sundays. I'm just like, okay, on Sundays, at least from this time, the whole of Sundays.
Let's keep it holy.
Yes. What is holiness? Do I know what holiness is? But also, not
Yeah, we're
looking.
just there.
Yes. So, and then we now started this Bible study thing where we just read the Bible and try to explain it to each other, and none of us had any understanding. So,
Wow, so
Yes.
it just happened.
it happened. It was a build up. Yeah.
How so this point was 2023, just out of the blue, you just started feeling the pull and the leading to
Yes.
seek the things of God, right? Right. So how wait so you were once Catholic. So when did you switch over to Pentecostal? What church did you first attend? How did it happen? All that.
Okay, so when we left August last year, no, 2023.
Okay.
When a case came up and then we left to go and we stayed where we began staying with our mom. The first church, no. Even before that, I think before August, so my mom gave us this in school back then in secondary school. My mom used to visit us on sometimes under some conditions. Yes. So then one day she gave us this phone. And if my dad sees this now, he's going to be like, no wonder. She gave us this small phone with this SIM card where we used to secretly communicate with her in the house. So then on Sundays, she now told us, maybe you can come. There's this church she started attending. It was previously at, I think location, it's called City of Miracles.
Okay.
Right? So she just said, okay, we're going to come out on Sunday and she's going to introduce us to the pastor and all that. And one thing about my mom, she's this pastor kind of person, right? But again, I believe that God is using me to re-explain himself.
So when you mean pastor, like you have a challenge, run to your pastor. You just, okay, yes. I understand.
Yeah, but I think that was still part of the things that kind of
started the whole thing. Yes. Yeah, okay.
So, where was I? Yeah, on Sunday. So the first time we came to like a Pentecostal church, after like a long time was 2023, and that was before we left. And so we came very early because we told our dad that we're going to the Catholic church.
Okay. So that was cool with you guys serving God and everything.
He was okay with us going to church, not serving. Serving God seems like something so high to everybody back then. Yes, okay. We just have to ask him for transport and all that. Okay, then yes. So we told our dad we're going to church. We already planned with our mom over the phone. Then at 7 a.m. we left the house because Catholic churches, they're very strict with the time. Very exact. Oh. Yeah, so we left 7 a.m. And then instead of going there, we came to the Pentecostal church. Yeah. Yes, and then we met up with our mom. And then, oh God, that service, I cannot forget. When I was judging the pastor or the prophet that was preaching, because I didn't know, I'm just like, what is this man saying? You know this thing that they call out people and they start giving like words of prophecy and they start dancing. Yeah, I'm just like, these people are acting drama. And I was like, this person is a fake man of God. Wow. Yes, because I didn't even know what that was. And then it's until people started testifying and coming out, I'm just like, oh my God, Lord, forgive me. What was I saying? Okay. So I think that was it first. Then after, when we came out of the house later in August, then we joined that church. But then, because of where we're staying, I had to stay with one of my family friends. Okay. And she was a Gateway member. So then I started coming to Gateway. Initially, I didn't want to. I think I'm not used to change. Initially, I didn't want to. But then when I started coming, I started loving it more. And then her daughter, right, now told me about the youth church. Mm. And then I didn't also want to go to the youth church. How long were you going to the main church? Like 2 months, okay. 3 months. No, it shouldn't be that long, like 1 to 2 months. Okay. Yes. Until I came, and I what I did was to attend first service main.
The
then
safe
come
sector,
over.
okay.
Yes, until I finally
Is it
came
was
and
it
found
just
it.
you or you and all your siblings?
It was just me.
It's just you that was staying with your family friend.
Yes. So when we left the house in
Okay.
2023, okay, so of course it was my dad that was funding all the bills, school fees,
Yeah.
and all that. And back then, my little sister, Jessica, Jesus.
Cool. We don't have
Okay.
kidnappers watching this.
Okay, so one of my sisters,
Uh-huh.
she had stayed home for some months.
All right, so it's quite obvious that you've gone through a lot in your family, and you can use the word, permit me to use the word, a somewhat dysfunctional family. So, how do you think family dysfunction has affected you, and how do you think it has affected young people in today's generation?
Okay, I think it's affected me in giving me a wrong perception
Mm,
of what a relationship, husband and wife relationship
relationship
should
looks
look
like.
like. Even got to a point where I concluded in my heart, but I didn't say out, I will not marry.
Get married.
Until the Holy Spirit told me,
Wow.
don't say that, you're going to get married. You understand?
Yeah.
So, and it just makes me really criticize anybody that comes into my life.
Wow.
Yes, it makes me, that's why I don't take in anybody, right? So I don't just fall into what I see play
Yeah.
out. It just made me more reserved.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think how it plays out in the society is when parents when parents do not portray that good example
Yeah.
for their children,
Yeah.
their children are liable to be any form of vagabond in the
Yeah. In the
society.
society. Yeah.
Yes, because that's even what's happening now. When when like I believe that parents are the first examples
True. Yeah.
an individual has of human beings,
Yeah.
right? And then when the parents are now messing up, what is expected of the child? And also, okay, for an example, if a girl child
Yeah.
sees how much is either the mom shouts at the dad or how much the dad abuses the
The mom.
mom,
Yeah.
that is going to make the child look at the world so differently,
Yeah.
in such a bad light. And I believe I look at the world actually very, very, very optimistic and with so much naivety, which I'm trying to curb. Because back then, if I allow what I've actually seen
So
play,
affecting.
yes, it's going to be very horrible. And I believe that was one of the things God saved me from,
Yeah.
right? Because I'm trying to break out of this thing. Normally, some friendships I have don't really last. Some people I interact with, it's either I find a fault in them or they find a fault in me.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and I think it's as a result of me trying to protect myself from any kind of hurt,
Yeah.
from any kind of you're going to see something in me that you won't like, or that kind of a
Yeah.
thing. And it has affected my friendships. Sometimes I get insecure that nobody really likes me
Wow.
for me. Sometimes I believe that I'm just going to stay on my own island and just serve God and without any friends or anything. Yes, and when I really look back, I see it as a result of what has played out in my home, right? And I can't paint the full picture, but I know that dysfunctional families breed broken children.
Yeah. Always.
And it only takes the hand of God to really reverse that. It breeds children who are lost, who don't know what they want.
Yeah.
And I'm speaking now from what I'm trying to get out from.
Yeah.
It breeds people who are confused, people who really long for someone to love them and lead them, but they don't have it.
Yeah.
So they now turn in every single
Direction to
direction
find
to
that
find
guidance.
that. And if God does not help them,
Yeah, they'll definitely fall into the
yes,
wrong
and that's actually what we're having in this country
generation. Yeah.
and this generation as a whole. When the family, when they just refuse, look, to every parent, to every father and mother,
Yeah.
you were given the child you have now. God gave you.
Mm.
God gave you. God could have decided to make both of your partners like infertile or something. But the fact you have the child, God gave you that child. And stop saying things like stop saying things like um abusive to your children, and stop making them feel so worthless, and stop making them feel like they're the ones that asked you people to produce them because you guys
Yeah.
decided you wanted children
And you brought them into the
and you
world.
brought them. So
Yeah.
whatever happens, you can't say that they're over demanding.
Yeah.
You can't say that they're sucking you, or you can't use those words.
Yeah.
If you don't want your
Then
kids,
stay away from it.
stay away. And I'm not saying abort. Stay away. But once you have children, just know that you're taking in the responsibilities of nations.
Mm.
Right? Nations. Like one of the things I'm even going through right now is, since I found this newly loved passion for God and everything, is that one thing I've discovered is like my mom does not really know how to, what word do I use? Groom a nation.
Mm.
You know, you can have a child. You understand?
Yeah.
If I wasn't with God, if I was just like a normal without God and
Yeah.
everything, it would have been a different case. But now I'm trying to build something with God, and some days I just get this, "Ah, you're fasting so much,"
From your mom.
from my mom.
Okay.
And some days when you know, okay, you know, you're the, by God's grace, you're the child of a pastor,
Yeah.
right? So, and you once mentioned how you were how it was easier for you because your parents are pastors.
Yeah.
So like, of course, there's a foundation there.
Yeah.
But imagine me that hearing from God, I have to struggle and fight my way and read Bible and listen to so much sermons, and it's so confusing. There's this time there are two dreams that the Lord gave me that point at the fact that I need to mute out the so much people I'm listening to.
Mm.
The first one of my mentors, actually, the two of my mentors helped me with it, interpreting the dreams, which is something, as somebody who has parents, at least you should be
Be
able
able
to,
to walk up to
yes,
them and they play that role.
exactly. And then also, why am I having these dreams? Is because I'm trying to find something with God, and I'm like listening to everybody online because who do I meet?
Yeah.
Right? So dysfunctional families breed confused children.
Yeah. I think it's super important because when you look at society today, you see a lot of kids that they are very, 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 very confused.
Yes.
And when you trace that back, is you 90% of the time is the parents that I want to say produce, but yeah, but that's it. Your kids, you don't.
Parents need
You're
to
not.
start
They are
taking
not
more
just your
responsibility.
children because you brought them into the world.
Exactly.
You actually shape them, mold them into what they are
And
today.
also this, look, it's so annoying that parents think the only aspect of bringing up a child is school fees, feeding.
No,
It goes more
in
than
fact,
those
I think
things.
generally, I don't know how many families in Nigeria, particularly, pay attention to the other areas of life. There are so many other areas aside your education, aside your feeding. There are certain areas that your child should be developed in, even without hearing it outside, even without reading a book and finding about it.
That's what makes you the father and mother.
Yeah.
Besides, anybody could literally pay for the feeding or the school fees.
Literally, actually. But to
But
share those deep
yeah,
conversations where they can be open, right? Parents is very important.
yeah, and just one way to know that you are failed as a parent is if your child cannot
Comfortably tell you,
maybe as they grow up, maybe they may gain some independency, but in their teens, in their early teens, if the first person they think of telling something super secret is not you, then probably check what
and
you're
this is a
doing.
big problem in
Yes.
African homes. It's
They have
reality.
made their children
We
so scared of
of
them.
them.
And it's so unreasonable because you guys are they're meant to be like the first people. They're excited.
Because the truth is, these questions have to be answered. But the question is, from whom? So if they don't come to you, they are definitely getting answers from somewhere else.
Yes,
and so help you God, that
Oh.
somebody else is not somebody reasonable. You begin to realize, see character traits in your children that, where are you picking this up from? It's not because they like we've literally were discussing it before the show started. As young people, it's very easy for things to shape young people, right? Now, it's not like necessarily that, somebody else is pounding it on them. Oh, be stubborn, be disobedient, be a nuisance. No, it's just your parents are not there, you can't talk to them, and then you see other kids doing it. You
Yeah.
subconsciously pick up those attitudes. Like, it's so important that,
Even the subconscious thing. Look, parents.
man,
Okay, have you ever heard your parents say this before, that it's not a curse, but if you disrespect me, your children will disrespect you.
yeah, they've definitely said that multiple times.
Look, I don't think that is true to begin with. I just think that, okay, you know how people subconsciously pick up things.
Yeah.
So you don't know that's those parents that are arguing every other day. Their kids are learning from that.
Yeah.
There's something that Pastor George once mentioned, that his two daughters were like arguing, and then I think one relative was around. So one of them said that, okay, when she comes back, I'm going to show her because she took one of her stuff. Then when the other lady came back, the relative was waiting for a major battle to happen. And then she was surprised that the argument and fight was just, why did you take that? You shouldn't. Why? Because the people, their role models are people who do not slam the door at each other, are people who do not curse each other, are people who do not fight with each other and abuse each other.
You don't,
You're teaching your children. It's not what you tell them that they do, it's what they see you do.
It's not about preaching, it's when I got into the university proper that I began to see some things. I never knew the world actually worked like that. And I'm grateful to my parents a lot because there are certain things I was never exposed to. So I can't see myself doing it. Literally, I think that was last year, it was Father's Day, and I sent my dad a text wishing him Father's Day, and I said something. Many of my classmates, they asked me, why don't you drink? And I believe, yes, consecration, and I don't see the point of it, right? But I think that's majorly because never once in my life did I see a bottle of alcohol in my house. Never.
Oh, that's amazing.
Never. Not once. I don't know what it looks like. I don't know what it tastes. Wow. Never. So it's not a battle. Alcohol, it can never be a battle for me. Why? Because my dad did not engage in this. And literally, it was when I left secondary school, got into university, and I started relating with more people that I realized more people than I thought take alcohol. And I'm not judging anybody. I'll say, oh, it's a bad thing. That's not my business. If you want to do it, be you. But what I'm saying is, I didn't even realize that it was that rampant. If you had asked me to give a percentage when I was younger, I'll say, maybe probably like 20% of people take alcohol. But now, with the things I have seen, I can definitely say 90% of humans, both Christians, non-Christians, take alcohol. And the reason I could only say 20% before is because surrounding the people I had in my circle, I don't remember. The only people that I know probably have seen taking alcohol were probably neighbors that live far away. Yeah. Not even people I related with in church, not even in school. So the environment a child grows in is super important. Parents, let's pay attention to these things, right? Don't do this to your children and then now you're wondering why they are like that. Right, because that is what is happening. You don't pay attention to your kids. You don't most especially the girl child.
Oh, it's
Because
so annoying.
we can see what is happening in today's world, right? You see girls that are all over the place, like they are looking for so much attention. Their father should give
Yes.
them that
Look.
attention.
Oh my God. Yes.
They're looking, because all this is the attention seeking.
Yes, exactly.
Because I don't know why a girl child won't be satisfied with everything. I know I have friends, many of them, that if you like, drop $1 billion on the table. They are not sleeping with you. If you like, do whatever you want. They are not going out with you. Because I know, when you look at those girls, you will see the relationship they have with their fathers.
Honestly.
You will not even their mother, with their fathers. They will can tell you, when my dad has given me everything I need, what do I need another man to do it for?
True.
So for those kind of children, before you impress them, you have to really have substance. But it's not the girl child we see today. Today we see girls that are all over the place. Any man can do anything they want. For what? 100,000 naira, 1 million. That's what you sell your body, sell yourself for. The reason for that is because growing up, many of them did not have the attention they needed. Many of them, their parents did not pay attention to them. They allowed them to do as they please. And we can see this. And and you know, the worst part is you now wonder, what is happening to my child? What is happening to my children? It's not me that trained you like that. It's a lie. It's not about what you told them. It's not about what you said. Oh, don't follow this man. Don't. Your actions. What did they see from your life? It's super important. Like it's beyond explainable. So, Stephanie, we're going to close with this. What do you think? Because definitely, right, with the trajectory your life is going at, we can clearly see that. In fact, one of your reservations today was people don't even know of these stories, and that's a compliment. The fact that they look at you and they can't tell what happens behind the scenes. That is a compliment. You've come out fine, very fine. And like I said, the trajectory you're going places. So what do you think has helped you through that journey? What do you think is the most important thing that has helped you through this journey?
First is a personal decision.
Okay.
Your personal will to not let where you're coming from affect where you're heading to. Right? And honestly, that's one thing, right? But for me, I don't think that's what helped me. I believe it's actually God all the way.
Bam. That's what I was waiting for.
It's God all the way.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody can preserve themselves.
Yeah.
Nobody can. Look, the earlier you begin with God, the faster your life takes shape. That is the secret.
Yeah.
I'm not telling you to go and meet anybody for mentorship or meet deliverance or meet therapist or get this book to come out of trauma. No. Just go and meet God.
Mm-hmm.
Go and meet God. How it began with me was consistency. Even though there's something profound you once told me, and when I was mentioning one prayer something.
Yeah.
Then I think is this praying 2 hours every day. That's 25,000 prayers.
Okay. Yeah.
Then you said that you'd rather read one chapter every day and then pray 1 hour every day than to just do something you can't handle and then it crashes. That is as easy as that. And what I just want to tell more people is the fact that start where you are right now. Don't feel like wherever you are, whatever position you are, God cannot access you. Trust me, you might be feeling worthless, but God has already been accessing you. The point of your salvation is closer than you think. But what you need to do is to put that foot forward and step towards your Maker.
Yeah.
Open the Bible. Say a word of prayer to Him. You might not feel magical today. Nothing magical might happen.
Yeah, super important.
Nothing magical would happen. But just 5 minutes, pray, speak to Him. Then do it another time. Then continue with it. And the result is going to be so amazing.
You know, as you were saying all of this, I just remembered when I started my work with God. I didn't do anything crazy. I can't even remember even praying up to 30 minutes back then. But then it was the little efforts, the little things, and you just watch it compound over time. Like,
that's true.
The disparity of where I am now and where I used to be.
You're like, what happened?
What really happened?
What really happened? What did I perform?
I mean, I think of the things that I sometimes try to do now. I'm like, if you had told me I would even because like you said, right, my parents were pastors, so I have seen some of these things, but I've always envisioned that it is going to happen. Like, let me this practical example. The first time I did 3 days drive, in my mind, so there was a time the church I attended when I was my family church, the pastors, they did a 3 day drive fast. And when because that was the first time I even knew it existed. When I heard of it, I'm like, wow, so this is possible. Subconsciously, just because me, I'd always known there was the call. So no matter how foolish I was, no matter how useless I was behaving, I knew that somehow I'll find my way back to God. So I'm like, okay, maybe when I'm 40, I will do it. Honestly, that was my thinking.
40.
And particularly 40. Maybe when I was 40, I'll do it. How old was I when I probably was 20 years of age when I did my first 3 days?
Lord
I'm telling you. So that like I these things I'm doing now, maybe some of them I don't even think I will ever do such things. Or maybe when I'm serious with God, when I'm mature, when I have kids, that's when I'll start doing all those things. But then when I look at it, how many years has it been? I've serious relationship with God is not more than, it's not even up to 3 years. It's not up to 3 years. And I mean, we're going places, we're still going very, very far. But right where I am, I can, but it's not because I took giant leaps.
Yes.
It's about that little step, that one step. So what you're saying is super profound. Many people, we are holding ourselves back because we think God is demanding a lot from you. I can tell you with all sincerity in my heart, God is demanding nothing much from you. Give him 5 minutes of your time daily. If it's 5 minutes you can afford to give him for now, give him 5 minutes. And it will get to a point where you are no longer satisfied.
With the 5 minutes.
So be conscious. Just give him a little bit of your time and be sincere about it. It's all about the sincerity of your heart. The Bible says, if you seek me and you seek me sincerely, you will find me. Right? So God is waiting for you. Right? This one of my friends said something. God is a king spirit. So you don't expect, there was a time in my life when I was telling God, if you are real, show yourself to me. Who am I? I'm a speck of dust. God will not show himself to me. Oh yeah, nah, you have seen me. I'm real. What would that do to you? Right? Seek him.
So I'm saying that would even kill you.
actually. Right, but the Bible says, draw close to me and I'll draw close to you. So regardless of where you are in your journey with Christ, regardless of what you do, just commit daily. Think of it, you have 24 hours in a day. 24 hours. And all God is asking right now is just give him 30 minutes of those 24 hours. Come on, you can do that. All right. So, Stephanie, any final words for the people?
I would say family is not only dependent on blood, right? You can get family in different communities, and as you grow, the more you are enabled, you are given more responsibility over your choices and over all that. So I would tell you now, if you believe your family, your biological family, is not offering what you might have, you have two options, right? And both work perfectly fine. The first is to put them in prayers, and the second is to find a spiritual family.
Yeah.
Yes. So I think that's what I'll leave you with. Thank you.
Find a spiritual family. So
Yes.
today's session was amazing. We shared some deep things, but right, we talked about parents having their parts to play, and I will stand on that, right, as parents. And let's not look at and say parents. You'll soon be parents as well.
Exactly.
Right. So
I forgot
don't
to mention, stop putting the blame on your parents.
exactly.
You have a role to play in your life. Play
Right.
that role.
And that's what I'm going to. So you'll soon be parents as well. So don't say, oh, my dad did this, my dad, and put all the blame on them. You are an adult and you can make your own decisions. So whatever, if you go and kill somebody, you now tell them, oh, I came from a dysfunctional family. My dad used to beat my mom and all that. They will not go and arrest your dad and put him in jail in your place. I mean, maybe they will open up a case on that part, but you will serve your time for killing somebody, right? So you are responsible for your actions. So make sure that you pay attention to your life. It's not an excuse that you came from, right, from whatever situation you came out from. It's not ideal, and honestly, I pray, and and I believe that's God's plan as well, where we don't have families that raise children not up to par, right? But then if what you've experienced is what you've experienced. You can definitely turn your life around. Like she said, right? Seek God. Most importantly, put God first. He's the foundation on which we stand on. Anything outside of that is a shaky ground. All right, so put God first, and then watch how your life will be transformed. All right, guys, it was another amazing episode. Stephanie was here with us. She shared beautiful stories and had so it was a great time. Don't forget to share, like, share to both your friends and your enemies. I always love when he says that your enemies, send to your enemies as well, your family. Make sure you leave us a comment.